Hello everyone, welcome to the second video in this channel. This video is going to be a little bit more brief. I'm going to speak a little bit about my views on Tesla's strategy for the future. But expect a new video next week with a more deepened view, with more numbers about where I think Tesla is going and where it is right now. Now, I believe that a big advantage for Tesla, it's been its batteries. Is one of the biggest competitive advantages. It was spoken a lot yesterday during the call, although Elon Musk was a little bit, it didn't want to give many details. It's going to say it's going to come out on April. We don't know yet the specific date, but that's going to be definitely interesting. Tesla is being able to develop very big levels of efficiency, and that efficiency clearly is extremely important when people decide which car they're buying, particularly in the electric space. So that's one of their biggest selling points. It's the efficiency of their batteries. We're going to know more about Maxwell Technologies acquisition and how they're going to fit, or what was the biggest value that they're providing to Tesla right now in the battery space. But the biggest objective here is to increase adoption, increase sales growth. Sell as much as you can, as fast as you can, losing the least that you can. Okay, if you want to make a profit, the better. But I feel like the strategy comes to sell as much as you can. So prior deliveries, I believe that install base is around 900,000 units. But why is this so important? Now look at, for instance, Tetra Pak business model. So the business model comes with the main point is to sell machines with the residual profit. So you're selling machines to increase the most as you can your installed base. And then you're selling maintenance, you're selling paper, you're selling plastic, you're selling everything that their customers need in order to use the machines properly, because it only works with Tetra Pak stuff. So in a way you can say, okay man, but that's similar to Apple. Well, it is similar to Apple in a sense that people buy the phones, and then whatever you use within the phone you have to buy from Apple Store. You have to go to maintenance, specific maintenance with Apple partnerships and partners. But most of the revenues after the buying of the phone itself comes from the Apple Store. And I believe that the most units that you're able to have installed, longer term, the biggest driver there, it's going to be services revenues. Now, it's very different when it comes to resilience to switch the phone. Phones are very easily switched. Every year there's a new phone. I can switch from Apple to Samsung, Samsung to Apple. Within 3 years, I change 3 times. Okay? When it comes to cars, that's not the case. You're very resilient to change. Once you bought it and you're happy with it, you're not going to switch it that fast, because it tends to drop very fast in value after you bought it. Most likely you bought it with a credit. You're not going to think about switching it that fast. So that resilience is important when your goal is to increase as much as you can the installed base and monetize it through services. Now, on top of this, you have all these macro conditions, easing by central banks, very low interest rates that are enabling everyone to buy these cars. Everyone is having access to credit. So all of this compounds into accelerated sales, accelerated growth. On top of this, we already have the ECB speaking about the APP project, APP Asset Purchase Program, around green bonds and green investments, which is not very well defined yet. But I feel like, in the other hand, you have several European countries giving subsidies directly to buy green vehicles. You want to buy a Tesla, Portuguese government gives you 2.5k or somewhere around this. On top of this, if you have a company and you buy the car, you can depreciate basically almost all its value. So you have all of these incentives that are lining up so that Tesla, as the most efficient vehicle in the market, has a lot of catalysts that will help them sell their products. I know it's a very short video. It's a short video in a sense. And I'm only outlining some of the views that I have, but I feel like sometimes people still look at Tesla as an auto company. And it is, at its essence, an auto company. But with 4G, 5G now, and all these abilities to have internet on your car, sell additional services, self-driving cars, I mean, I don't know where their reality is, but the idea is the following. They want to sell services in the car, whether it's Tesla Music, Tesla Video, whatever you want to call it. They want to sell these add-in services. So Tesla is already selling services in a sense, considering that after June 2018, new cars will start to pay for their premium services, a monthly subscription that allows you to have internet on a car, access to a lot of stuff. So I believe that it's clear that this is their long-term strategy. I'm going to make another video with a deeper view on central bank policies around these green investments, green APPs, and also on the strategy of Tesla itself. I believe that everything is falling into place around credit conditions, switch to green, and the competitive advantages that they already have. I believe that they are very well set for the future, and that the company shouldn't be looked at as an automotive company. I'm now leaving this video with a small part of what Trump said last week in an interview at Davos. I hope that you like this content. If you do, please subscribe and leave a like. It's going to help us a lot. Quality will eventually get better, so stick around. Goodbye.
Tesla's now worth more than GM and Ford. Do you have comments on Elon Musk?
Well, you have to give him credit. I spoke to him very recently, and he's also doing the rockets. He likes rockets, and he does good at rockets, too, by the way. I never saw where the engines come down with no wings, no anything, and they're landing. I said, I've never seen that before. And I was worried about him because he's one of our great geniuses, and we have to protect our genius. You know, we have to protect Thomas Edison, and we have to protect all of these people that came up with originally the light bulb and the wheel and all of these things. And he's one of our very smart people, and we want to cherish those people. That's very important. But he's done a very good job. Shocking how well, you know, how it's come so fast. I mean, you go back a year, and they were talking about the end of the company, and now all of a sudden they're talking about these great things. He's going to be building a very big plant in the United States. He has to, because we help him, so he has to help us.